If you're new here, I'm Jerry. I'm trained in psychology and human behavior at Harvard University, and every week I share science-based tools to help people build a life that feels as good on the inside as it looks on the outside. 92% of people will never achieve their goals. That's not a motivational quote, it's a real stat. And I wanted to know what makes the 8% of people who do achieve their goals different. So I spent months studying them, and I found one habit that showed up every single time. And today in this video, I'm going to share exactly what that habit is. Now, one thing I've always believed is that success isn't just about talent, and it's not just about working harder. It's about working smarter. And when I really started looking into what separates the top 8% of achievers from everybody else, I kept seeing the same pattern. It's not simply about doing more and more. It's about focusing all of your effort on what actually moves the needle. And I call what I found the 10-10 rule. And today I'm going to show you how to apply it in your own life. And what the research shows us on this, and there's actually an article on this in the Journal of Clinical Psychology, it clearly shows us that only 8% of people follow through on their goals after a full year, let alone over the long haul. So what do the 8% do differently? What does the research show us? And then even a level above that, what do people like Warren Buffett, Oprah Winfrey, Steve Jobs, Serena Williams, what do they do differently? So for example, why did Warren Buffett reportedly advise his pilot to write down his top 25 goals and then to focus only on the top 5 and intentionally and purposefully ignore the other 20? And I love this quote from him. He says, the difference between successful people and really successful people is that the really successful people say no to almost everything. See, here's one of the misconceptions that people often have about very successful people, that they're like constantly frantically busy doing all of these things. It's not true. They've learned to say yes to the right things. And why did Steve Jobs, when he returned to Apple, why did he decide to cut the product line from 350 products down to just 10? Which was a key decision that helped completely turn the company around and is a big part of why Apple is what Apple is today. And here's one of his quotes that he's so famously known for saying. He said, "I'm as proud of the things we haven't done here at Apple as the things that we have done." And this is a key mind shift that people have to step into, right? Because for many people, they get more anxiety around the things that they say no to than the things that they say yes to. And their nervous system gets wired to have anxiety around saying no, whether it's people pleasing or a lack of clarity. You're gonna have to ride that anxiety wave of saying no, get through it, rewire your nervous system, and allow yourself to focus in on the things that you truly should be saying yes to. So how do we get out of that trap, out of that loop, and what is the 10-10 rule? Well, it's very simple. Only give level 10 effort to things that have the potential to give you a level 10 result or return. And this is one of the key things that I found that high performers, high achievers do intentionally and repeatedly. They eliminate things that don't have the potential to bring the highest return. They narrow their focus. And this is what many people miss. This is what the 92% of people miss. They set a lot of goals and they get really busy and they confuse busyness with progress. And this is really a big part of how our brain is wired. We feel productive when we check boxes. But if those tasks aren't connected to high leverage outcomes, they're simply distractions in disguise. And what is the result? Exhaustion, burnout, all of it without any real progress to the life that we actually want to create. And instead of creating and living that life, we get trapped in this dopamine cycle. You see, our brain gets dopamine hits from completing these easy tasks. But what separates the 8% that I researched is that they've learned to delay gratification. They resist that natural urge to just feel like they're being productive, and they actually focus in on the things that create exponential returns. And this intentional focus is leveraging what is known as the cognitive load theory. And the core idea behind cognitive load is the concept that the brain has limited bandwidth for processing and making decisions. And people who achieve great things with their life, they understand this and they haven't fragmented themselves to 100 different things, and they don't get trapped in the illusion of busyness equaling progress. Because what's happening for most people is they're giving all of this effort to all of these different things. And sometimes they're giving a level 10 effort to something that only can produce a level 3 return. And they find themselves wondering, why am I not making progress? Why am I not being successful? Well, you've got so many things that you're doing that you don't actually have capacity to give level 10 effort to all of those things. So what happens is you give a level 6 here, a level 7 here, and then all of a sudden you start to feel frustrated and you don't feel like you're productive, you're spinning your wheels, and then you'll start giving a level 10 effort to things that only have a level 3 return because it feels easier. You get this false sense of payoff. That's why you might spend hours cleaning out the closet to avoid some of the harder work that you feel like you need to do, or you get lost in tweaking the website to make it just right, or you're diving into that inbox and you're trying to clear it out so you have this sense of satisfaction of progress. But the reality is, those things are only going to give us a level 3 return. And when we're giving a level 10 effort to those things, it's no wonder that we're not making progress. And this is exactly what starts to separate the people who are in that 8%. Because what they have realized is that they need to give a level 10 effort to the things that have the potential to give them a level 10 result. All right, now let's start talking about how do you apply this 10-10 rule. I'm going to give you 4 simple steps to make that happen. Number 1, audit your goals. How many goals do you have on your list right now? Remember the Pareto principle, right? That 80% of your results are going to be coming from 20% of your efforts. And as you look at that list, if you've got a list of like 10, 12, 15 things, can I encourage you to reconsider that might just be too many? You see, the research shows us that we can only effectively focus in on 2 to 3 at a time. And this is why people fail, that 92%. That's why they fail at achieving their goals, because they've got too many. So take a moment and audit your goals and look at them and ask yourself the question, which one of those goals would have the biggest leverage point in your life to create change? And focus in on that. Now, another consequence of having too many goals is what is known as the goal dilution effect. And this comes from social psychology, that the research shows that when we have too many goals, not only are we ineffectively splitting our time, we're also weakening our power. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, the research shows that when we appear to be spread too thin, it makes other people trust your abilities less. I know it sounds strange, right? We think that if we can take on a lot, that people will trust our capacity to get things done. It's not about the number of things that you're getting done. It's the effectiveness of how you're getting those things done. And when you have too many things on your plate, you're actually weakening your power, and people begin to psychologically question your ability to get those things done. And then their overall trust in your abilities begins to diminish. Now, the second step of the 10-10 rule is to audit your output. Take a look at where your energy is going daily, weekly, monthly. Where are you spending all of your effort? Take a hard and honest look at your calendar, your to-do list, your mental space. Where's all your energy going? Because remember, cognitive psychology tells us that your mental bandwidth is limited. And if you're spending most of your energy managing emails, managing chaos, doing busy work, your real goals never get the oxygen they need because it's being sucked up by all of these other things in your life. Now, here's the thing that's really important about this energy audit, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to find places where we can free up energy so that we can have capacity to give that energy towards the things that really matter. Now, once we've done that, we're going to move into step 3. And step 3 is so important because this is where we start to get laser focused on what we're going to start putting a level 10 effort towards. So look at your list of goals and score it. If you got 10 on here or you got 5 on there, whatever it is, look at those goals, score them. Some things are going to probably max out at a 3 or 4 return for you. And as you did your energy audit, you might be seeing that you're giving a level 10 effort towards that thing, but it only has the potential to give you a level 3 or 4 return. And the hope is that there's going to be things on that list that are a level 10 for you, that they have the possibility to be a level 10 return for you. Now, if you can't find anything on that list that's a level 10 return for you, can I invite you to start thinking a little bit bigger about your goals? If everything feels like, it could be a 6, it could be a 5, or maybe it's a 7, can I challenge you to start thinking about what you would put on that list that could be transformational for you, that could give you a level 10 result? Because we all need things on our goal list that actually have the power to transform our lives. So take a look at that list, score them. This has the potential for a level 3, this has the potential for a level 5, and some are going to be a level 10. And then once we identify those level 10s, we start to really see the things that we want to put energy to, we then move into step 4, which is we start to reallocate our energy. We start making the hard decision of pulling our energy away from the 3s, the 4s, the 5s, and we start to redirect them towards the 10s. Now, if you've got a bunch of stories that start to kick off in your head as to why you can't get rid of that level 3 or why you can't pull your energy back, can I ask you the question, is that true? Is it really true that you can't pull your energy away from that and put it towards the thing that could actually transform your life? Do you feel obligated to it? Have you said yes to it when you should have said no to it? Whatever the story is, it's just a story. And you can begin to pull your energy away from it. And if you start to think, well, I don't want to hurt the person's feeling, and I don't want to think about Oprah, where she said, I had to pull my energy away from the things I didn't want to do, that I just simply felt obligated to do. And I had to start shifting it towards the things that I truly wanted to do, that aligned with my purpose. You see, our level 10s should be aligned with our purpose. And when you have it aligned with your purpose, you'll start to find passion to give it a level 10 effort. And the other things that are those level 3s and 4s, you'll find yourself naturally starting to let go of them because they're not aligned with your purpose. And here's the beautiful thing about this 10-10 rule. When you start to practice it and you start to live like that 8% who actually get their goals done, you're going to find yourself doing fewer things, but with a much bigger impact. And I don't know about you, but that feels so much like the life that I want to live. That feels like a life that feels as good on the inside, not so frantic, not so stressed, not so anxiety driven. And it starts to truly feel like a life that I want to create. So here's a mirror moment for you. After going through those steps or thinking about those steps, processing that, ask yourself, where are you giving a level 10 effort to something that will never give you a level 10 life? And then ask yourself, what would happen if you stopped giving a level 10 effort towards that? And then ask yourself the next question, what would happen if you gave your best effort towards the things that could give you that level 10 life? Because honestly, on a personal note, applying this 10-10 rule to my life and the things that I have learned from my research has completely changed my life, and I know it'll change your life as well. Now, here's a bonus tip for you on using this 10-10 rule. You can also use it in your relationships. Take a list of your relationships, which ones are the most life-giving, or you're getting a level 10 return from, and then put a level 10 effort into those relationships. Because what happens for so many of us is we wind up putting a level 10 effort into relationships that are only giving us a level 3 or a level 4 return, or worse, they're actually a negative return for us. And so take that same type of audit mentality, apply that to your relationships, and that can totally transform your relationships as well by using this 10-10 rule. I want to take a moment and I want to share something with you. If you're struggling to get clear on your goals, or you feel like you're working hard but you're not getting the results that you want to see, I'd love to come alongside you in that journey and help. And that's exactly why I created the Personal Mastery Coaching Program. It's a one-on-one coaching program that's built for high achievers, high performers who want sustainable success without sacrificing their overall well-being. The program uses 6 evidence-based pillars that are rooted in psychology and neuroscience that help you align your inner life with your outer results so that you can create a life that feels as good on the inside as it looks on the outside. If you'd like to learn more about the coaching program, you can simply check out the description section of this video. You'll find a link there where you can set up a free strategy call so that we can connect and see if working together is the right fit, or you can simply go to my website at jerryhenderson.org. Now also, if you're finding value in this video, take a moment to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. And while you're hitting that subscribe button, just take a quick moment and hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you in the next video.